Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Wednesday the 27th of April 2022. So remember viewers, it's our public concerns night tonight. Tonight we deal with the road, the bridges, the drains, the councillors, the Ministry of Works Department. We deal with the corporation with no funding. Tonight is the night where you can call in. Tell us when last you saw your MP or the councillor in the area patching or fixing the road. Where's the bad road? Where's the bad drains? Where is the bridges need repairing? You know, highlight the issues. Tonight is the night we're dealing with that. Since 2021, we have launched this program. Every Wednesday, we deal with the issues concerning the road, the drain, the bridges. So feel free tonight, call your friends, call your family, let them know Real Talk with Saieed Ali is going live presently, viewers. We are live on Synergy Network. Our studio is on 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas. My office building right here also. If you want to see me, you could always call the office 238-6716 or 339-1670. Set up an appointment and come and see me. So remember, on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's our Facebook page. Like and share it as we go live. Those of you on YouTube, you can subscribe to TT Real Talk and you would know when we go live. So viewers, 238-6716 is the phone line to call in. Now remember, we also have a repeat the following day, which is tomorrow, the next day, from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So as we start off our program tonight, viewers, remember I am a licensed money lender. If you're looking for a little cash, borrow, you have your security, you have your collateral, you want some money, borrow, contact me, 339-1670, 238-6716, and you can WhatsApp me at 267-7325. So viewers, as we start off tonight, just a little update that took place during the course of today. Minister of Health Saieed Ali have stated that there has been a recent increase in the number of COVID-19 cases which were expected after the Easter or after the easing of several public health restrictions, return to in-person classes in schools and continued reopening of the economy. This is the Singh, eh? You know, Dayal Singh choose a time like this to come out with these cases, these statements that there's an increase in COVID-19 case. But you know, Easter in 2021, when the Prime Minister said the whole of Trinidad and Tobago could come to Tobago, when there were increased cases of COVID-19, you know, the Minister of Health never said anything about, you know, we're in a pandemic and we need to lock it down, we need to be careful of the distance we're in, we need to be careful about being around too much of people. You know, Terence Dayal Singh said nothing like that in 2021. Nothing like that. To make people aware of, you know, well, we're in a pandemic and you all need to stay home, you know, but the Christmas in 2021, he was telling us, it is safer in your house. Don't go by your neighbor house and make cook and no big gathering. And you all give the police service the okay that if you see too much of people in one property, they have the okay to go in and dismantle that. You see how stink these men and them is? Last year, 2021 Easter, he said nothing. Christmas 2021, they gave the okay to the police officers and them TTPS to come in your property and dismantle a crowd. That is what you call stinkness. Hardcore stinkness. Dirtiness. Now, after Easter, after school opened back, Minister Dayal Singh said there has been a recent increase in the number of COVID-19 cases which were expected. And then all you know, we tell Saeed Saieed, don't bash the minister. Don't bash the PNM. Oh God, you're racial, Saieed. This is not about racist. This is not about bashing the PNM. This is about me bringing the truth to you. Why the Singh didn't come out in 2021 Easter and said, don't go anywhere, stay in your home to prevent the spread of COVID-19 cases and to prevent the death of COVID-19 cases. Why didn't the Singh come out and say something like that? Monkey doesn't know which branch to jump on. But Christmas gone, it was okay to give the police permission to come into your property if they see a little gathering. Well, let me tell you something. I will continue doing my work, you know. I will continue doing my work. And they can't stop me. TTPS can't stop me. Nobody can stop me. Because my light will keep on lighting. Caller, good night.
Good night, Said.
Go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk.
Yeah, Said, you know, all the schools that open right now is real COVID case under the children right now. It be a real children stop over quarantine. And the one who gets sick and come to the school, the good one got up doing quarantine too. Why didn't have the online classes as normal for the children them? You understand? For the smaller children them. But they open up school free just for real children getting sick now. You know?
Thank you, my friend.
That is bad.
Thank you. You see, this is something we have to live with now. And I've been saying this. We need to adjust it. But the government needs to put things in place. Moving along. Newly installed National Parent Teachers Association President Kevin David have stated that there is an urgent need for parents to be more involved in their children's lives. Let me pause there for a little time. I'm going to tell you something. There are the working couples who drop their kids to school from 7:30 and goes off to the job site from 8 to 4, 8 to 3, 8 to 5, somebody picking up the kids. Not all parents have the opportunity to be around their child. Sometimes a driver pick them up, sometimes the maid pick them up. So not all parents have the opportunity to be involved directly. Because when we work in an 8 to 5 job and we drop out our kids to school from 7 o'clock, I ain't seen my kids until I reach home. That's about 5 o'clock. And then by 7 o'clock the kids hit the bed and that's it, school the next day, and this routine continue. Now, identifying this as a critical area which needs to be addressed as part of the effort to eradicate school violence, David said, "We have seen some of the videos, and as organizations, we are disturbed by the actions of our children." He asked, how does the NPTA plan to start addressing this situation? David said, it will begin with them putting their house in order. He appealed to parents to communicate with their children, talk to them, find out what is going on. What about that video? Faces. Now I'm going to tell you something. Parents, sometimes we will try our best. We will try our best to give our child the proper education. But it's the student themselves when they go to school. The student themselves when they go to school cause things. That's what I said. When you go to school and you get into a fight, the child himself needs to be taught a lesson. I am a busy businessman. I try to give my kids everything they need. Not want, they need. But when I drop you off to school, I am treating you 100. And when I drop you off to school, you want to go and bully Tom, Dick, and Harry. And you want to cut Tom, Dick, and Harry tail. No, it don't work so. It don't work so. The child, the individual, you cause yourself to get in a fight, you will stand the blame. You will stand the consequences for it. Not the parents. Because I will tell you something, they are hard-working parents. I know that personally. They are hard-working single moms, single dads who go to work early in the morning, mom who going to work. And it's just the child. Because your father named John, and John is a police, I go do what I want in school. Because your father named Saeed, he's a big boy, a public figure, I go do what I want in school. No, there are consequences. Because if Saeed break the law, Saeed has to pay a penalty. If John break the law, John has to pay a penalty. Just so you as a child, if you break the school rule, it's not your parents, it's you. So the school system now, education, the parent association, children authority, they need to come together to put something in school. If all let's say, okay, no corporal punishment, what all you have in plan to deal with the children? Because they are in school. If they're in the parents' home and they cuss, well, that is it, they slap, belt. That's what they get from the parents. You know why? You know why they get in that? Because they're out of place and out of timing in the home. You're disrespecting the home. So when you're in school now and you go and you get on with that behavior, the school system needs to deal with that. They need to put penalties in places for that. You can't blame the children. You can't blame the parents. Because the parents teaching them lesson home. And when they go in school, they want to play bully, that's a different story. What you get in school, you take it. That is always tell my kids and them. What they get in school, they take, When you see a fight coming, run the other way. Run the other way, but don't go and bully nobody, because when you get in school, you go take it. And as long as they say you cause it, deal with your punishment. Fair and simple. Fair and simple. Call a good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
You're live on Real Talk.
This is just a suggestion. I am from the Karpichema area, Kuva and whatnot. There is 2 schools in Karpichema, 2 in Kuva. If I'm just suggesting this, if the ministry could put boys on one and girls on one, and female on one, on the both sides, you believe that could stop this bullying and fighting in school?
No, I will tell you something. Splitting them boys separate and girls separate, it wouldn't stop, because girls go fight and boys go fight. What they need is proper discipline in the school. Thank you, my friend, for calling in. What they need is proper discipline in school. That is what they need. Proper punishment. You see, you have to learn to be part of society, not with your behavior, but with the behavior the school implementing. The proper and correct role, not a bullying or a violence role. There are consequences for that. And if that's how you want to come into my school, being the principal, and get on like that, I will lay down the rules for you. Because when a parent drop their child to school, they expect the teachers and the principal to keep them on track, So the teachers and the principal now needs to meet with the Ministry of Education, together with the police service, together with child authority, and level some serious ground rules. Otherwise, you know what? We will have school violence from now until God say, children, I'll come home. Take part telling earlier. It will continue. So switching gears now, viewers. CARICOM has informed the international banking system that its policies on banking in the region are unacceptable. This is coming from CARICOM, eh? And there should be a greater dialogue. Prime Minister Keith Rowley stated that the issue was a major concern for the region that face undue sanction based on suggestion that the regional system was vulnerable to terrorists and money launderers. Dr. Rowley stated that he could not identify any specific bank that changed its mind on doing business in the region, but added that some of those banks had long relationship with countries for decades. Listen to this.
No, I don't know of any banks wanting to come in and make a turnaround because of what I discussed. But what I do know is that banks, some of those banks that we've had long correspondent bank relationships with of decades are now either have or on the verge of saying that the Caribbean is not a place that we want to continue doing business because of the climate, the risk climate that exists now. Either the risk of us being identified as banks that are involved in deleterious activities like money laundering and terrorist financing, and the risk of the fines that will come to them if they do business with us and we are found to have been involved in that kind of business.
Let me ask you something. How do we catch a bank doing money laundering when this is a legitimate bank? How do we catch that? How do we catch them? Remember I was telling you about an incident that happened with Scotia Bank? Let me tell you something. I'm not here to label no banks. Not First Citizen, not Republic, not Royal, not Scotia. I am not here to label no banks. But I will tell you something. The individuals who conduct the day-to-day transaction at banks, let me tell you something. Crime can't done in Trinidad, you know. Crime cannot done in Trinidad. Here what they do a girl. A girl borrows some money from her friend to do a little business. She ain't qualified to get a loan. She ain't qualified to get a loan because the amount of thing the bank wants is a bloody hell shame. That's why plenty of people turn into credit union and forgetting the banks. But nevertheless, this girl borrowed some money from her friend to do a little business. Her friend wrote out a check to her and a letter stating, well, this is my family and I'm lending, wherever they had any letter, the bank accepted it nice and easy. After about a month and something, the girl settled on everything and she was ready now to transfer money from her account to an individual so she could start a business. Money in the bank, you know. The money went from one account in the bank to another account in the bank. Because when they saw the check, they realized, all right, this we check, it come from that bank, it verified by that bank, and it was cleared in this bank. Everything within the banking system went smoothly. No problem. Here's where the problem came in. We're talking about 4, 5, 6 weeks after. Money in the bank, no problem whatsoever. So here what happened. When the girl went now and decided, here what? I'm going to start my thing now. Young girl going up in life, you know. She ain't qualified. She ain't had no 10 years service. She ain't had no 500,000 in the bank. But she decided to start a small business from scratch where she borrowed a little money that went into her account because she qualified for a loan. She qualified. She ain't had no $200,000 cash to give them as security. She ain't had no land. She ain't had nobody to stand security. But she toiled. And her friend decided to help her. Time to transfer the money now. The girl went in the bank. You know, they had these people coming up to ask you what you need to do. Well, she said, well, I need to transfer a little fund from point A to point B because she's ready to start her business. Starting off from small. She wearing slippers before she could wear shoes. So she started off from slippers. You know, time to transfer the fund. It became a problem to the bank. It became a problem to the bank. The money in the bank for about 6 weeks. No problem. When they received the money, everything was okay. Everything was smooth. Everything was legitimate. Time to transfer the money now so the girl could start she nice little business and grow up in life from wearing slippers to shoes. You know, the bank called her. The bank called her and notified this young lady growing up in life. Ma'am, you are asked to come to the bank. The instruction I got was to terminate your account. You know, the girl went in today and collected a check. Hear what I tell you in the bank. Let me tell you something. Is this kind of behavior that started to eat me up when the girl contacted me. When she went for her check now, the bank shut down her account, you know. Close it down. The woman had no bank account nowhere again in Trinidad, in no bank. Scotia Bank, right in Shoguana's main road there, the one before the flyover. I can say, maybe I'm talking, you know, but I identified where the situation happened. So they call she in, they give she the check. Keep in mind, the girl have no other bank account in Trinidad and Tobago. She have never left Trinidad. She have toiled the soil. Borrow a little money from her friend. Whatever agreement them had, they had it. Right? Good. The bank called her and gave her a check. So the girl asked whether the manager or the supervisor, whoever it is, so where am I to go now and put this check? Here the girl in the bank. Well, you know the check and cross, you could give anybody it. I tell him about an incident that happened, you know. I could call the woman on the phone and you got a live interview on there for what happened, you know. So the girl contacted me and said, Saeed, I have this money now in a manager's check from Scotiabank. Where the hell am I going to deposit this? Where am I going to deposit this? So the girl ended up in the desert now. In the desert. And the manager or the supervisor at the main road branch in Shoguana is right there telling the girl, well, you know the check and cross, you can deposit it anyway. Where the hell is she going to deposit it? Here the screw up part in it. The girl's father have an account in Scotiabank. Like I said, not labeling the bank, you know. The bank is a company. But the individuals and them who managing that company, let me tell you something, they're like some dogs. Heartless. I'm saying that. Here how I get more how to say it, but I don't know, like I can't find a word right now. When the young girl asked the woman or the man, I just want to point out the individual, you know, but I will tell you something. When you get an accident, all they're going to know is, Saeed, do that. You stink, I must stink. And instead people don't let all the position come around me, you know. I that stupid kind of man coming to them thing, you know. So here what happened now. The girl said, well, you know the check and cross, you could deposit anyway. But how the mother in hell, I go and deposit in Republic when me have an account in Republic. Me have none in First Citizen. I have none in Royal Bank, but I end up with a check in my name and my account closed. How many of you all this happened to? So here it is. Let me tell you something, it's real small money, you know. Real small money, and they shut down the girl account after 6 months of the money in the bank, and she planned exactly how she going to start the business. They shut you down. So here it is now. When the girl asked, so could you all just give me a check on my father's name so I could deposit the money in his Scotia account, seeing that I have a Scotia account? No, we cannot do that. Could you give me the cash? No, I cannot do that. So how the hell now, with this young girl, with this type of bad experience now, where in Trinidad and Tobago now is she going to cash this check? Here's where it becomes more difficult. When all she got was a withdrawal slip. The person who conducted the business didn't even do a proper letter to give the girl stating that we have closed your account, and in case you need to go to another bank, this is a proper letter that we have given to you. So in case your other banks ask, this is a letter stating that you closed your account with us. They give you nothing like that. And the individual was so hostile and stink. Let me tell you something, when they step out their bank, something should have passed on their foot. I go tell you something in life. They say when you do good, goodness follow you. And when you do stink things, a nasty sentence follow you. That is why I is being so blunt and straight out in the public domain. Because we have issues coming to the banking sector in Trinidad and Tobago, and individuals are afraid to talk. They're afraid to speak out because there is nobody to highlight the issue to. So I decided to talk about this incident that happened to this girl. So the girl is stuck with a check, with her name on it, and actually no bank in Trinidad and Tobago to go and open an account to and deposit the check. Where is she going? Where is she going? All the managers that have in banks in Trinidad and Tobago. Could somebody call me on 3391670 and help out this individual? You see, when they received the money, they didn't have a problem. Everything was clear to receive the money. About 6 weeks, the money sit down in the bank while she was planning her business. Nice and easy. She going to spend her 10,000 here, and she going to spend her 5,000 here to buy this, and she going to spend her next 30,000 here to acquire this, different items, so that she could sell. She ain't had no car because she ain't had no money to buy no car. She ain't had no house and land. She ain't had nobody to stand up with she. But the bank just decided to shut down she just so. And you hear what he talking about now? You hear what he talking about now? It's the same thing when a guy end up with the same problem now in First Citizen Bank. Right in Shogun's Market Street there. The manager told him, he said, hey, here what's going on? This check had to come on your name. You could do it on my brother's name. So I could put it, no, you can't do it on your brother. Me had to put it on your name. I'm talking about the guy upstairs. A manager or supervisor or something like that. I didn't want to call his name on TV because you feel stink. The next day, the individual went downstairs, said, here what? I was given a notice to come and close down my account in First Citizen in 7 days' time, so I had to withdraw the money. Could you make a manager's check to my sisters so I could put the money in her name? I tell her downstairs, nice and easy, yes, we will do that for you. But the Dancy head man who feel in a position upstairs, he too big, he too buff. He had in his pocket, no, we cannot do that for you. You have to take the money and the manager's check under your name, under nobody else's name. So when 2-3 months passed now, and he had this money in this check, and no bank ain't accepting it now because they want proof. How the hell them individuals going and survive? I remember when I raised the issue about the manager down in Scotia Bank, down in Marabella, where a woman went to draw out some money. A 6-figure digit he went to draw out. You know the damn manager tells you, well, no, you cannot get your money. That should have been mine. What are you tell that? Too much of nonsense taking place in banking sectors in Trinidad and Tobago, and absolutely nobody is doing nothing about it. Nobody. When you put your little money inside it, you're working for 5,000, you put 6,000. Well, boy, the amount of thing you have to answer. Just now, some of them go start asking, well, how much time you and your wife just have sex? And they would have pen waiting to write down. We have too much issues facing us in Trinidad and Tobago, and absolutely no platform to highlight it. None. So everybody in that position now decide, you know, John, as a manager, I in Republic, or I in Scotia, or I in some other institution, and I beg. Behind news for you. Let me tell you something. All the managers and the supervisors and the assistant managers, when all go to church, or all go to temple, or all go to mosque, and all bow down and pray, how will this feel? Knowing that all rough up a human being, and all blank a human being, and all will dishonest a human being, but you end up in the house of God now, and you're saying, Lord, forgive me. If you can't help your damn brother and sister right in front of your eye, you're seeing how you talking and praying to somebody you cannot see. All let's talk now, man. That's what I tell people, you know. That's what I tell people, you know. Let me tell you something about me. I study very hard. Very, very hard. I just speak in 6 different languages. I just do account. I am 2 exams away from being a chemical engineer. I have real talk security and intelligence. I have real talk production. Very soon, we will have real talk credit union. I also run real talk group of companies. I just buy and sell cars. I have a lot of business. I just meet with ministers, local and regional. And these want to be big shot on them who have a high position in banking sector. They want to walk over people. That is why me holding all that portfolio here could come right here in front of the camera for people in Trinidad and Tobago to understand how I this class businessmen in society. Anytime you're looking down at people, let me tell you something. You're your neighbor, you can't help. You're your neighbor, you can't help. But Lord, you know my heart. You know I just try to be honest. And when you get up in the morning, you're passing your neighbor and wetting him while you're on the road. You think it easy? You think it easy? And I will always advise citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, anytime the banking sector given a problem, take out all your money. Take out your money. Because the manager, I know how hard you're working. And the supervisor, I know how hard you're toiling. A fisherman will sell thousands of dollars in fish for the day. When he go into the bank, you know what question they're going to ask you? You know what question they're going to ask you? It's a stinking shame. It's a stinking shame in Trinidad and Tobago. We cannot help our own brother and sister who we just talk to, and we see it in front of our eye, and eating doubles right there when we stand up. So I asked myself today, I said, how many individuals went through the same situation? Let me tell you something, small money that calls you and I shut down the girl account for you, you know. Small money, you know. Oh, we find it suspicious. When the money was, when all I received it, it wasn't suspicious. When everything was cleared from Cook, from point A to point 10, everything clear, it wasn't suspicious. Time for the girl to do she little business now. Oh, well, you know, this was a suspicious transaction. Why the hell you didn't tell me that 6 weeks up the road? 6 weeks prior to when you're getting it? You didn't say that. You didn't say that. And then just think it up now on top, right? Well, you know, we cross and check, we check and cross, you can deposit it anyway. Where the hell are you going to deposit it? You ain't give me a proper close-off letter. All you give me is a receipt, where you give me a manager's check, and a receipt come out from the little machine, like if you buy grocery, and dies it. Dies it. Let me tell you something. I do business about bank managers and supervisors, you know. Because I will tell you something, at the end of the day, when I look up my hospital, 2 piece and 1 piece, it's the same ocean everybody bidding on. When you buy your doubles by the doubles man, and you come out with your high heel, or you come out with your suit, it's the same doubles you eating, I eating. But because of your position, you know, oh God, maybe I have on a tie. You know, as a bank manager, you know, you see how my suit cutting nice, and you like spec, and you want to walk on a little bit again, you're walking on air. Little bit again, you're walking on air. Let me tell you something. The Bankers Association in Trinidad and Tobago, within that sector, the Bankers Association in Trinidad and Tobago, you all need to create another sector to look at customer service. Take what I'm telling all you. Customer service. This is 2 incidents I am highlighting about 2 different banks in Trinidad and Tobago. And neither of the bank could have given the individuals an answer as to why they're closing down their account. For small money. It was a couple $100,000, I could understand. But small money. Crime could never done in Trinidad. Never done. As one person, don't incite, don't push for crime to happen. I don't indulge in criminal activity. I don't say Trump going and rob Harry. No, but crime cannot done in Trinidad. Because I will tell you something. When somebody in position take advantage of somebody who don't have a position, God don't sleep. God don't sleep. Because when you take from John, John, he go come and take from you. That is why I just be, watch man. That is why I just come here and get on like that. Because I know who I am. And as long as you are part of the problem, you can never be part of the solution. Understand what I'm saying? So the Bankers Association in Trinidad and Tobago, all you need to create a team. Because like all I don't have it. You all need to create a team to investigate your bank managers and your supervisors in the way they talk to people. Distinctness. Take by telling all you. And anybody want to come after me, feel free to come. Feel free to come. I just always say that. As a big businessman in Trinidad and Tobago, regional, I run my own production. On a little bit of money you'll get in, and because of level of position and you're driving a BMW or something, you on top of the world, you sit on God's throne. I'm going to tell you something. There's too much of ridiculousness happening in Trinidad and Tobago, and nobody seems to be highlighting it. Nobody at all. You know why? Oh God, is the bank goes so weak. So what? The individuals in the bank and them have no respect. Well, you know, we had to close down your account. What are you closing it down for? Because of our policy. Who created the policy? You will tell me I have a check in my hand for $50,000. No other account in Trinidad and Tobago. Where are you going to deposit this? Do you know what they did? You have just created a monster. That is what you did. You have broken the soul and the heart and the spirit and the mind frame of an individual, a young individual who wants to start a business right here in Trinidad. Right here. That is why Trinidad and Tobago. Sometimes when you see people, business especially, and managers and supervisors and whoever, whatever you be, when you hear things start happening to them, we ask God, but look how Johnny get robbed now. Look how John House burned down. Look, John Doe lost his car. Let me tell you something. God don't sleep. I am not inciting violence. But I want to let you understand, when you go to Mass on a Friday, and you go to your temple on Sunday, and you go to your church on Sunday, and you're calling, Lord forgive me, Lord open up a way for me. But you want to help your brother and sister, how the hell God going to help you? How God going to help you? I'm going to tell you something, it's think, you know. Right now, a man contacted me today and said, Saieed, look at how much check in my hand, and I don't know where to go and deposit it. Saieed, my dream was just shattered in front of me, and I couldn't do nothing. And to make it more worse now, the girl said, well, you know, Saieed, she said, well, girl, the check-in, we check-in cross, you know, you can put it anyway. Put it where? Put it where? In a hostile voice. And a hostile manner, he uses big, boy, hey, you're lucky on TV, you know. But I go tell you something. I go tell you something. Anytime you feel it's big, and anytime you feel you're too powerful, God is breaking you down from where He is. God is breaking you down from where He is. So imagine when Scotiabank shut down all these office and sub-office and bank throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Imagine how some of these individuals felt. Just imagine, you're the manager of a bank, and boom, they come and shut you down and you lost your work. How you feel? Doing that when you get up in the morning and you see your neighbor, you're even shaking your hand. Morning, neighbor. How you feeling now? Feeling like a jellyfish, soft. Let me tell you something. We have a lot of issues in Trinidad and Tobago. A lot of issues. A lot of issues. And we as a country, we as a people, we as a multi-race and multi-religion country, we just be afraid to step up and talk. You see how one time, remember Espinay was sitting in a meeting, in a press briefing, and he said, all of you going home? Don't call me 2 o'clock in the morning to ask me how much I'm going home. All of you going home? In the manner in which he said it, I looked at the video. I will tell you something. Sometimes it have people without heart. I will tell you something. Listen to this, We regret to announce that every individual from Petrotrin will be going home. You know, it's such a sad day in Trinidad and Tobago to know that this company have to let go all its workers. How that sound? Nice and easy? Simple. Don't call me 2 o'clock in the morning, all of you going home. There's a different way in bring across things. And many people don't understand that. So today, this afternoon, I ask myself, and I want you, Trinidad and Tobago, to ask yourself, if you end up in a situation like this girl end up in, young girl in her 22, 23 years, ain't qualified for a loan, nowhere, borrow a little money from her friend, it's in the bank, while it's in the bank she planning, because everything went into the bank was verified, was straight as a needle, everything verified. Time to make a little transfer. They find it suspicious. When you collected it and everything was clear, it wasn't suspicious. Let me tell you something. When you're closing on your account in the bank, they'll give you at least 7 days. You could come and take out your money cash. You could ask the teller to put it on so and so name to deposit it. But this hostile person, no, you cannot get it on nobody else's name beside yours. It's sad, eh? It's sad. But one of these days, God wouldn't smile on you. And you will feel as though God has given up on you. Sodom and Gomorrah was a very powerful city long ago. Kings and queens dwelled there. Very powerful city back in the day. And you know God rained brimstone and fire and destroyed that whole city. Because the individuals in that city at that point in time felt that they were too powerful. They were too powerful. Nobody could not break them. Nobody could not challenge them. What happened? The whole city burned down. The same way they say God is good, God is nice, God has blessed me with all kind of this and that and the next. And when you turn around on this side now, it's the same God bringing your problems on this side. The same God. So today it pains me now. And I ask myself, I say, Lord, I said, what this person going to do with this check now? Because she had no account, no way. And it is in her name, a manager's check. What's she going to do with that? The person said she could not get a no other name. And she father have an account in Scotiabank right there. And I could allow the girl. Simple thing, you know. Simple thing. They could have allowed the girl to put her father's name on the check and deposit it into his account. But no, they want the girl to lose she money. You think the individual in the bank losing the money? No. You think Scotiabank or First Citizen or Republic losing the money? No! Nobody else but the individual who was about to start a business. So one day to come, God will harden that person's heart. He will harden it. And nobody wouldn't help that individual when they start encountering problems. I could call your name on TV. I could call your name and put you on the spot. But I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. But you know what does go a long way? You see the kindness and the good heart and the intention of the heart in trying to help somebody. God don't look at how much millions of dollars in gold you have on you, know. No. He did look at your intention in your heart. That is what I'm saying right here tonight. When God hardened that woman's heart and people start turning away from her and nobody wants to hear her. When they go to the religious place, they say, oh Lord, everybody turning away from me. What going on? What I do? All you have to keep in mind is remember the little girl who you are told, no, it can't go on nobody name beside yours. Just how you sweating for your money, just how she's sweating for hers. But because they're in position, you're too big. Scotiabank shut down a lot of branches the other day. How much 200 and something workers went home, I believe? How much of them hoity-toity one now home? Had to need flour, or to go in the garden, or to pack a shelf on a grocery. How them feeling now? I wonder if they're feeling nice in their minds. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. We are all human beings. All human beings in Trinidad and Tobago. And it would not take nothing from us. Absolutely nothing from it. Had taken your prettiness. It had taken your wedding ring. It had taken your car. It had taken your husband. Neither your wife. Neither your children. It had taken your big house. To say, well, you know what? Let me help you out a little bit. It ain't taking nothing from you to do that. But you know what you're gaining in the end? You know what you're gaining? You gain favors. You gain opportunity. You gain goodwill. You gain a good deed. Because you never know going along your journey in this life you're living when a stumbling block could fall in your way. And that same person you help will come back and help you. But when you're in a jam and you see a person who could help you and they turn you away, it's because what you did to them. You know, it pains my heart today to know that that young girl just got her dreams shattered in front of her. And the individual in the bank could have assisted her. But you know what? Put the money in your father's account. He have an account right here, not a problem. Put the money in his account and you could start your business from there. You see, many of us feel that robot run the banking system. No, human beings runs it. Human beings just like myself. They have education to run it. Having education and having money and having a big house and having wealth is one thing, you know. But having all these things and they have a heart is the next thing, you know. Is the next thing. All I realize, rich people always have some kind of complications. Always. Is either some joint hurting or some one eye, some can't talk, some in stroke. All I haven't noticed that. Thank God I'm healthy. Because of the good deeds I do. Because of the good deeds you do. So today whole day I was wondering about this girl. And that individuals and the other guy where the incident happened to in First Citizen in Market Street, there his account was shut down. Come Scotiabank, this young girl account shut down. How many more went through the same incident? How many more? And they have no platform to cry out to. Nobody to help. What about this? What about this? So I was glad to hear now when the Prime Minister came up with these statements. I said, look how things this happen. Look how things this happen. So if Scotiabank or Republic Bank or First Citizen Bank decides to close down branches in Trinidad, some of the managers and supervisors and some of these high individuals and them, if they had to come out and sell doubles, how they going to feel? Not bad talking doubles, but how they would feel letting up 2 o'clock in the morning now. How would they feel? From a king to a pauper. Let me tell you something. Not boasting, but I spend over $1 million every 12 months to run a program. Why am I doing it? Why am I doing it? Hear this. It's to highlight issues and situations that face us right here in Trinidad and Tobago. To highlight the issues that needs fixing in our country. You know, my judge and magistrate and police, I think, just contact me and say, Saieed, job well done. When we got the child sex offender registry, when we push it and we tell the AG, you hear what's going on? I want to know if my neighbor is a rapist, you know. All right, Saieed, I hear you. pop the pit here. Do you think I did that for me alone? No. I did that for Trinidad and Tobago so they would know who their neighbor is. Just after the Attorney General came out, Faris Al-Rawi, former attorney, came out and passed it in the parliament. Let me tell you something. You know how much judge and lawyers and police call me? Saieed, well done. We are police officers. We enforce the law. The magistrate, Saieed, we just hand down the sentence because we don't create the law. The law passed down to us and we pass it on judgment onto the criminals. But I'm going to tell you something. At the end of the day, that woman, that young woman, got her dream shattered today. Shattered today. And her money is in a manager's check. And she don't know where to go now and deposit it. Just imagine, eh? And on top of that now, she have to pay back the friend who loaned her the money. And the money in piece of paper. It's in piece of paper. What is she to do with it now? Huh? I'm going to tell you something, small money. They could have taken the money with all clearance. If you have a question from 1 to 50, everything was passed with straight A. But time to transfer it now for the woman to start her investment. Small money. You know they shut down the girl account? Oh, the check and cross, you could deposit anywhere in your bank. Well, if you all are always my bank, where are going? The manager and the supervisor in that bank. Me tell you something. There's a saying that goes like this: do so and like so. You do for me today and I will do for you tomorrow. And every person watching Real Talk, well, hear what you do. Water it, because it is falling on your garden. See if it's a dry tree will germinate, or see if it's a green tree will germinate. Because you shattered somebody's heart. You shattered somebody's dream. You know, it's sad to get a dream shattered, you know. It's a sad thing, you know. It's a sad, sad thing, you know. You know what it is to know that, hey, well, I'm going to start this business. I get a little money borrowed from my friend because I can't qualify for a loan, and you're starting off only. Your friend don't make an agreement, whatever agreement you have, whatever interest you have to pay, or the little money you borrow from your friend, you go start your business, and you go start from there, and you go keep climbing. 1 slippers, buy 2 pair of slippers, buy 3 pair of slippers, buy 1 pair of shoes, buy 2 pair of shoes, buy 3 pair of shoes, and you go help you. It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. But nevertheless, viewers, you know, I had a full script for tonight, you know. Public concerns night. But you know what get me? You know what get me? Out of 1.4 million people in Trinidad and Tobago, there is one person who is crying tonight. Because of